Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Tudor Heritage Black Bay, the new version that uses the in-house movement. So I guess this could be called the Tudor Heritage Black Bay Mark II, if you will. This watch was debuted at Basel World 2016, but it isn't or will not have been for sale until close to the end of 2016. And there's a number of very minor changes, but very important changes that Tudor made in this watch, namely the inclusion of an in-house movement. So let's back up a little bit and sort of describe the fact that the Heritage Black Bay, which comes in several different colors, including this black bezel with black dial with burgundy bezel. It comes in with blue. There's just some cool versions of it, which are all pretty popular. It's probably one of the most popularly sold, watches from the Tudor brand, which is part of the same group as Rolex. So there's a lot of shared manufacturing talent and skill. For the money, there's an awful lot of watch here, and it's hard to beat. The case is it's 41 millimeters wide, but it's a big 41, especially because of the thickness of the case, which I believe is a little bit thicker with the new movement. I could be wrong, but I believe it's just a tad bit thicker. And so what Tudor sort of was the kind of slightly more youthful, affordable brand next to Rolex, but that did not have in-house made movements, whereas Rolex did have in-house made movements. And now all of a sudden, more and more Tudor watches do have in-house made movements. So this previously had a Swiss ETA 2824, and now it contains, and unfortunately you can't see it in the back there, but it contains the in-house made MT5602, which here has just the time, so a beautiful symmetrical dial, reminiscent of classic Tudors. You have the what they call the snowflake hour hand there, which is its own kind of version compared to Rolex's quote-unquote Mercedes hand. Definitely a sport watch heritage, what they call a gilt dial, because the hands and hour markers are sort of framed in a gold color, and that's actually there to enhance legibility, which it does very well. Great rotating bezel noise. It's like a tank. It's just like clunk, 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 clunk. I love that. It does have an aluminum insert, which is unlike something like the Rolex Submariner that has the Cerachrom ceramic insert. So that's one of the kind of funny points there. But it's not really funny. It makes it feel a little bit more old school as compared to a lot of the newer watches that have ceramic bezels. But you know what? There's a certain finishing that you get on aluminum you don't really get on ceramic, and so I think it works really well here for the type of design that Tudor is going for. Other changes to this new movement, or this new version with a new movement, are the dial. But before I get there, I want to say that the movement has 70 hours of power reserve, operates at 4 Hertz, of course is cost chronometer certified, and has some silicone parts in there. So in all respects, regarding performance, it's pretty safe to say that the 5602 is superior to the 2824, even though the 2024 is not a bad movement. The dial is cleaner in the sense that certain things have been removed, like the little Tudor Rose logo. The text is no longer sort of like upside down arched like a smile. It's more straight text right now, which I think lends itself to a slightly more mature look, in my opinion. But you do have that Tudor Rose logo in the crown itself, which is where that element still exists. If you look on the bracelet, this is kind of a fun touch. What Tudor did is go back a little bit to its history and sort of replicate the look of the riveted bracelet. They would have these riveted pieces on the end that don't really serve much of a functional purpose anymore, but it's there kind of for style, to sort of add to the quote-unquote heritage element of the watch. This one is not sized for my wrist. It's a little bit big, but you can see there this handsome, nicely sized. Again, it's big for 41. For a 41 millimeter wide watch, this wears pretty big. Honestly, if you put it on and someone said 41, you'd be like, really? It looks like a 43. but it is 41 and it is a good size. Very comfortable. The bracelet really looks killer. And again, just a little subtle change where you see that element on the side and the couple of extra little pieces there of that riveting go a long way. Case finishing is very, very good. And one of the things that is interesting, if you look at some of the contrast finishing, you can see how you have brushing on sort of top surfaces, but a lot of side surfaces, like the entire side of the case is polished just like the side of the bracelet. So, you know, this is just a good thing made even better. A lot of people have a lot of nice things to say about the Tudor Heritage Black Bay. I will not disagree. I think it's a good collection. It's a great sort of daily wear, especially if what you want is sort of a traditionally themed sports watch that can pass as a dress watch on the right occasion. There's just a lot of wearability there, and especially if you take it off the metal bracelet, you put it on a black strap, there's just a lot more ways that you can wear it. So again, this is the Tudor Heritage Black Bay with the new version with in-house made movement. Price on a strap, if you don't want it on the bracelet, is $3,550. On the bracelet, it's $3,675. Very reasonably priced for what you get. This is a lot of watch and something that I know a lot of people are going to be excited about. You can see the full review on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.